No, we don't. We don't need somebody alongside Fred. If you're saying kind of behind him, like if that's what you meant, like I think maybe like we'll see how it works. I mean, we were really really effective this year when Amen was on the court, and so I do think that one area we weren't as skilled as I would have liked, and certainly I think we all like so. Like when Reed and Amen were in together, it was way better than in terms of our skill level than it would have been otherwise. I think Fred is like Amen in that he can guard multiple positions. So Fred can play with Reed. He can play with Amen. We can play Fred and Reed and Amen because Amen's so big. So Fred coming back would add a lot. If the opportunity comes in to get a good positive player who's also really skilled, like we'll jump on it. The issue is just like what I don't believe in, I guess philosophically, is just going to get a point guard because they're a point guard. And let's just say somebody is a very good ball handler and passer, but they can't defend and they can't shoot. Well, I'd rather just cobble it together than, okay, yeah, we can get into our offense good, but like no one guards them after they make the initial pass, and then on the other end they're just a sieve, and those players do exist in the NBA. There's quite a few of them, and they're available, but I didn't think that would make us better on the whole. So I think it's always an opportunity cost, and there's lots of ways to win basketball games. There's lots of ways to lose them. My goal is simply to win, and aesthetics just aren't that important to me. And so like understanding the concern people have about the way things sometimes look, there are trade-offs. And our team this year was very big and we were very physical. And when Fred went down, I think we made a conscious decision just to lean into that. And I think it paid off at times, and at times it hurt us. But again, there's a trade-off. And if you can get a player who's big and physical and a point guard, that's optimal. Those guys are kind of hard to find. So sitting here today, going into the summer, we would like to be more skilled. We'd like to be better shooting. We'd like to do all of that without giving up defense and rebounding. I hope we can do that. Like that's always the goal. But if you can't, then we'll have to make some hard decisions around the margins. I think the timing of when Fred went down dictated our course more than anything else, because at that point in time, and even bleeding into the trade deadline, it was going to be very hard to make a short-term deal that didn't hurt us in the long term, and provided kind of what we thought was an optimal trade-off. And so we did what we did.